All right, guys. You knew this one was going to come, right? I mean, this is what craft whiskey is all about, right? So today, I got a sample, of course, of Frey Ranch Harvester Series, the 10th anniversary. You know we're going to dip into it. All right, as you well know, Frey Ranch is in Nevada, and they are doing some amazing stuff. They are a estate distillery. Now, I did a podcast recently, not with Frey Ranch, but with Minden Mill. They are also in Nevada, and they were doing an estate distillery as well. What is an estate distillery, you say? Well, 80% of the grain and the processing and everything has to be done on site. And they have to have their hands in all of it. It can't just be like, I bought this grain from a homebrew shop and brought it back. No, it can't be that. It has to be, you have to have your hands in it. The fields where they grow the grain are like a mile away from the distillery. They go and check on it daily and let you know when it's ready. So this sample was given to me by Doc, of course, and this one is very unique. Now, I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to give you my live thoughts on it. I love what Frey Ranch is doing. Frey Ranch is a lot of their offerings are really nice, really cool, but they're different. And they're not typical to other whiskeys out there because they don't care about your profile. They care about their profile, right? They don't care about fitting into the Kentucky bourbon mold because they're not trying to do that. They're trying to showcase the grain for what it is. So now this is actually a 5-grain. Yeah, I said it, a 5-grain. It actually has oats in it as well. And of course, it was blended by Nancy Freely. So take that for what it is. This is between a 5 and 7.5 year whiskeys in here. It's a blend of whiskeys. It's not a bourbon. It has rye in it. It's like a boo rye, high malt. Anyway, really cool. It is a blend that was put together just to showcase the 10th anniversary of Frey Ranch. So it is super cool, super unique, and it comes in this cool tin, right? That's pretty awesome. But when you showcase a grain to glass or a ground to glass whiskey, it has to show that. It has to showcase that. And I'm just hoping and praying that this Frey Ranch will. I don't know the proof on it right offhand. Man, that is, wow. I got a big whiff of maple syrup. I'm not lying. It is not finished, just to let you know. Holy guacamole. You say guacamole or guacamole? I don't know. It's fading away the more I smell it. But it's super sweet on the nose. I can't pick out a grain profile, which is strange. Holy guacamole. I said it again. It's like, you ever have fruit by the foot? You know, it's like rolled up. Yeah, it's like that. It's very like strawberry, cherry, fruity. It's very fruity. But it's also like, oh, this is fat boy tasting notes, I guess. But you ever open a bag of gummy bears? Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about. The non-disclosed ones that I can't talk about. You ever open a bag of gummy bears and you smell it and it smells like fruit? But it smells like gelatin and other things that are in there. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like gummy bears or fruit snacks that you would, I have children, so I would feed them fruit snacks all the time. And, they get left in the seat cushions or something, and I have to clean them out of the car seat. And it smells similar to that. Because as we all know, taste and smell and whiskey and everything is a story but it's also a memory. It takes you back to a memory, and that's a token of a good whiskey, right? It takes you back to a memory. Wow. So cool. Let's get it on the taste. And I'll give you my rating at the end. I'll do a number and letter rating. Wow. Wow. Okay, it's higher proof. I'll have it up here. I'll find it and put it up there. It's fine. I wanted to do this as blind as possible. For my other reviews, I do, I have notes and stuff. So I forgot to throw them away. I'm a hot mess. It's fine. That lingers. It's very rye dominant, but also it's malty. Like it has. What is that? There's like a corn note in there, which is really nice, but it's almost like, and I live in Texas, right? So we have a lot of Mexican markets, right? We have in San Antonio, you go downtown and during Fiesta, and you can get a cup of corn, or they call it elote, and it's basically roasted corn. So they roast the corn on a fire, and then they put it on a stick, and they put like, on some of them they'll put spicy Cheetos and all kinds of stuff, but they put like cream, they put cojita cheese, they put cilantro, and then they drizzle it with like this chipotle mayonnaise sometimes, depending upon which one you go to. And then you just eat it like that. It's so good and so bad for you, but so good. It's like butter and all the things, right? But it's like this. The taste is the same taste as that roasted corn, right? All of the flavors that are there are super cohesive. Obviously, Nancy knows what she's doing. Nancy Fraley's been blending for a long time, and there's a reason she's the goat at it, right? I don't know about goat. There's a lot of good blenders out there, but she's really good at her job. Man, okay, I got to go back in on this, and I don't know, man. There's something about craft whiskey which Frey Ranch is getting into more and more people's hands. Now, not this one. This is a special release. It was a not cheap bottle, and I thank you, Doc, so much for sending this over, because he told me when he wanted me to do this sample, he told me this was a contender in his best of the year. A craft whiskey. And this, Doc likes all different types of whiskey, right? But he is really into like stag and stuff like that. So like for him to say this whiskey is one of his best of the year. Wow, going back to the nose, it lost a little bit of sweetness, which I really enjoyed on the first, but it's still there. It's just, I think the ethanol is covering it up a little bit. Watermelon. Yeah. It's the gummy watermelon wedges. Wow. It's funny how it changes, right? Because it was the other ones earlier, and now it's, because you know how like watermelon flavoring and watermelon are not the same. Watermelon is almost tart sometimes, right? You can find a sweet one, but yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. When you eat too close to the rind, you have that. It's not acrid, but you have that like. My son eats all of the white out as well, just leaving the peel. He's a freak. I don't know. He takes after his dad, I guess. Wow, awesome. Ooh, I got like a cola note. I don't want to say Coke because like some people don't like Coke. They like Pepsi or whatever. They're wrong, but it's an inherent cola note. It could be Sam's Cola. I don't care. RC, whatever. Yeah, dude, that is so good. It's so different. It's so different than any other bourbon or whiskey or whatever that I've had, because it's not all over the place. When I say it's all over the place, okay, back up. Let me tell you again. It's all over the place. But it's like when you let cows out into a pasture, and this goes back to the ranch part of it, right? When you let cows out in the pasture, but they're fenced in. Controlled chaos, right? But the chaos that's in this glass is cohesive, and it's all mingled together so well. So well. Separately, they would be chaotic, because I get a spice, I get a maltiness, but I don't know if the spice is from the rye or from the barrel. And like I get that elote corn, like roasted corn note on there. But then I also get like some wheat or something out of there, like you're walking through a wheat field after it rains or something like that. I say all that to say this. Dang, I'd like to have a bottle of this. Yeah, I would. It is so cool. The amount of cool things that are coming out of Frey Ranch. And not just Frey Ranch. There's a bunch of craft distilleries that are doing amazing stuff. I'm trying to get Frey Ranch to come onto my podcast. We'll see what happens, you know. But at the same time, this whiskey is phenomenal. If I was to give it a rating, and you know, I didn't really want to because it is limited. You can't really get it. I think it was like 600 bottles, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little more, but I would give this a 9.5, A+ rating. This is exceptional. It stands out. It's not going to get lost in your cabinet. This is a whiskey that you'll be like, hey, you want to try something cool and different? Yeah, that's this. The only issue, and this is the only thing that gives it negative marks, is the rarity of it. And some people will not be able to get past the grain forwardness of it, the estateness of it, the terroir of Frey Ranch. They can't get past that. It's not your typical vanilla caramel cherry bomb that you get from Kentucky, right? It's not that. It's different. But to me, it's excellent, and it's showcasing what Frey Ranch can do, and that's so cool. And I'm so excited to have it. And thank you so much, Doc, for the sample. It was absolutely amazing, and I will enjoy the rest of this off camera, of course, when I can sit down and actually enjoy it and not have to worry about recording for way too long. So I hope that kind of opens your eyes to Frey Ranch, at least. If you can't get this bottle, try Frey Ranch. Some of them are a little more grain forward. Some people say crafty. Some of them are. Try to get a single barrel pick. They're really cool. There's some really cool things that they're doing. Try to find some of that. But I hope this opens your eyes to Frey Ranch and all the cool things that they're doing. So if you like this type of content, please give me a follow, like, subscribe. You know how to do. And if you want to get before the scenes, yeah, Patreon. That's a thing. Whatever. You guys, I love you. I really do. Drink water. It's important to drink water. Double the amount of whiskey you intake, you should be drinking water, if not more. I try to do an entire pitcher of water per drink. Sometimes I fail at that because that's a lot of water, but still. Y'all be good, and until next time, keep your spirits up and try some Frey Ranch.